jerk, jerk, pause, jerk, pause, jerk, jerk, pause. Or they have your thicker ones, they're a lot more dense, last a lot more bites, a little bit more action. These also have a nice head action.
Setting the hook with Jose.
What's up, everyone? It's Jose and welcome to Setting the Hook. A lot of people have been asking fall fishing because fall is here. What are my top 3 ways to fall fish? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to address that right now. But before I get started, go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that like, that subscribe button down below. And if you want to stay up to date on all of the how-tos, product information from KastKing, news from all of our pros from around the globe, and hit that bell notification also so you can stay up to date on everything and all the content that we pop out. So let's get started. Number 3 on my list. Number 3 is the jerkbait. Here's your normal 110 size. Great for this time of the year, especially if you're open water, big water. Jerk, jerk, pause. Jerk, pause. Jerk, jerk, pause. Now, whether you're going to utilize a suspended one or maybe one that's sinking, or sinking, floating, suspended, whichever one you choose, make sure that you utilize a good constant rhythm with it. And now we get the fish enticed. When it comes to colors, try to choose ones that look like the bait fish that they're feeding off of. That's really going to entice them. If you're really unsure on what the fish look like that they're trying to go on, well, here's a simple silver, and this will get them anytime. This is great for this time of the year. Number 2, spinnerbait. So when I talk about spinnerbait, people were normally thinking something like this: gigantic nickel willow blades on it. Normally it has 2 of them. A lot of people use those. That causes a lot of vibration, a lot of flash, but a lot of times people are like, it's just not getting the fish to bite. And normally it's because they don't want this big old things flopping, flinging around, causing all that vibration. That does scare fish off, especially if you're in a high pressured area. So what I like to throw is something that has like the Colorado blades. The Colorado blades are great, especially for me. I fish stained water. So then I also like to use a small kicker blade. Sometimes that's called an Oklahoma blade, but it is a kicker blade. And this kicker blade is a different color. I normally go with orange, but they do come in chartreuse. It's different on every water, but that creates a little bit of flash, a little bit different color, a little bit of vibration, not as much as the large willow blades, but it will get the fish going. Here's one that I make myself because I do make a lot of my own spinner baits, but it's just one single small Colorado blade. And that's just enough flash, just enough vibration to really get those fish to hit. Now my number 1, what's my number 1 bait for the fall? And it's rather simple: Paddletails. All right, so this is like your traditional ones that you kind of see, the rage swimmers, or they have your thicker ones. They're a lot more dense, last a lot more bites, a little bit more action. These also have a nice head action. So the head will wobble as the tail wobbles, versus these, they do displace a lot of water and that tail gets the kicking. Now, why are these my number 1? Simply because there's so many different applications that you can use it on. You could fish it like this with a swim bait hook that kind of screws in and goes into. Now you have a great weedless application. You can nose hook these and use it in drop shot. I covered that in my drop shot video. I may have covered that in my power shot video. Here's my number 2, probably the second most way that I use it is with a jig head and an underspin. Deadly, fire, gets them to bite. But here's the number 1 way that I like to use it. Not necessarily this color combination, but I just wanted to put one on a swim jig to show you right there. Regular swim jig. These can be ripped through the grass, slow roll them, and they'll get the fish to start biting, because that's what fish want to do. They want to hunt, they want to come shallow to get these bait fish to get fat for the winter. So anyways, that's what we covered. Covered the jerkbait, spinnerbait, and the paddletail. Those are my favorite, my top 3 ways to fish in the fall. So I appreciate y'all watching. Peace out.